Taylor Fredricks. I go by the Victim of Witness. Started playing when I was 9. Got into it because of my dad, and just something that I was really intrigued with and really interested in doing. And started playing in coffee shops back in like '05. I think I was like 11 or 12 years old. I was doing that and playing a lot of solo stuff, and that's what I did. I had like 3 to 4 shows a month, booking my own shows at 11, 12 years old. And then I ended up getting with a group of guys that formed Taylor Fredricks, and we put out a couple CDs. We were together for a couple years, and then it broke up like every band does. But and then I'm here today. I got a band now that I'm in playing bass for, which is fun, you know. But I've always come back to my solo stuff, whether it's Taylor Fredricks solo or the Victim of Witness. I guess my earliest stuff, actually I have a video of it somewhere. It was my first ever show, and it was at the Anchor Room. And that was my first show. I played with my dad, and it was different. I mean, I started off as a Christian musician, and I kind of strayed away from that, you know, not just because I, you know, felt, you know, out of love or don't believe in God or anymore. It's just, I just felt like I was limiting my writings to one particular subject and wanting to broaden my abilities and write more of what I was going through and my experiences, my situations. A lot of my songs, you know, a lot of it's pretty much heartbreak, whether it be with my ex or you know, my grandfather passing away. I mean, there's just real life issues that a lot of people can go through that I can, you know, I think they can relate to it. My dad was playing since he was 8, and after him having his band practice, his old band, and having practices over at our house that I grew up in, I always used to just hang out down there while they're practicing and just like listen, and just fell in love with it. I told my dad, hey, I want a guitar, you know, I want a guitar. He got me this little 6-string beginner guitar on my 9th birthday. He taught me a few chords, and I started teaching myself with, you know, books, and you know, it really wasn't too much YouTube back then at 9 years old. Picked it up, started playing some chords, wrote a song right off the bat, showed my dad, you know, I was just really proud of it. I was like, oh, my first song ever, and I think it's buried somewhere in, you know, one of my notebooks or something. I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I started off, because my dad wanted, you know, my dad was doing that for so long, and you know, I just never gave up ever since 9 years old. Really grew up on Green Day type stuff. That's pretty much what I really grew up on, is Green Day and like Goo Goo Dolls and all that kind of stuff, like the 90s era. And I mean, one of my biggest influences is Brand New. I mean, they've been an influence on me for the past few years. Right when I first heard The Quiet Things and No One Ever Knows, I just pretty much was like, wow, this band pretty much kicks ass. And I pretty much made the mark for me in music, and really just wanted, it pretty much shaped the artist that I became. And without that album, I probably wouldn't know what good music is, really. I mean, I'd probably still be in the radio rock type stuff that's going around now. But one of my favorite experiences was when we opened up for Hawthorne Heights. We were direct support for them here in Fort Wayne, and I was like, alright, yeah, I had my acoustic and stuff, and getting ready to go on stage, plugged my cord into the input, and then all of a sudden the input of my guitar just like falls inside the guitar. I'm like, well, crap, you know, what am I supposed to do now? I'm like, hey guys, they're all sitting up there stuff. I'm like, hey guys, yeah, my input fell on my guitar, I don't know what to do. They're like, I guess we'll just have to mic it. You know, thank God it's an acoustic and just mic it. But no, if you know me and how I am on stage, I like to just go ape crap and just go nuts and run around and jump around and, you know, just get crowd pumped, get the crowd going. And so for the whole show, I'm like, oh, you know, by this mic, and you know, I'm trying to get into it, and I bumped the mic. Well, oh crap, you know, I'll just stay here and just keep playing. And by the last song, I was like, screw it. And I'm like going out and just going, you know, getting with the crowd and just going nuts. And that was probably one of my favorite experiences, and just all the shenanigans and stuff that we did, and it was fun. It was fun. All the stuff that I go through, music is a way for me to vent and to get all my anger, my frustration out. You know, even if I'm really happy and I can't take it anymore, I'm so happy, and I have to write a song about it. And you know, I'm so sad I have to write a song about it because I mean, it was a tough. You know, I had some tough stuff with going on in my life, and you know, going through that, and music just made me get through all that, all the bad stuff, and all the good stuff. And if I didn't have it, I don't even know who I'd be or where I'd be today without it.